Jai Gurudev, Jai Masters. Sometimes people say they want to ask questions. Some people even dare to ask for a one-on-one with me. I always say no. Why? Because if you're in your mind, you try to find answers in your mind, and there are no answers in your mind. Not for the spiritual path. Because spirituality is about transcending your mind. People say he's out of his mind. You wish. What they mean by that, he's in his mind. He or she are in their mind, but their mind's crazy. So that's out of your rational mind. How's that? That's what you say. But out of your mind, you wish you could transcend, get out of that little dome you wear over your head, where all these thoughts are created and you can't see past it. So the essence of what everybody asks, they think they have questions about the teachings, are, what am I supposed to be doing? How do I know when to let go? How do I know if it's me or life or God doing things? It is never about not doing things. And it is never about doing things. You've heard that in Zen. It's not about doing or not doing, it's about being. That all sounds so esoteric, so mystical. What does it mean? There are going to be things unfolding in front of you every moment of your life, whether you like it or not. It's irrelevant whether you like it or not. There are going to be things unfolding in front of everybody, every single minute, every nanosecond. There is something going on in front of you, period. The question is not what is going on in front of you, what are you doing about what is going on in front of you? Under normal human being situations, what I am doing is not interacting with the moments unfolding in front of me. I'm interacting with my reaction, my mental and emotional reaction to what's unfolding in front of me. If my mental and emotional reaction is pleasant, then I like what's happening in front of me. If my mental and emotional reaction are unpleasant, then I don't like what's unfolding in front of me. That has nothing to do with what's unfolding in front of you. The other person is standing right next to you and having a total different internal reaction and liking or disliking what you dislike and like. By the way, it doesn't even take another person. Yesterday, if the exact same situation unfolded in front of you, you might have internally reacted differently. So it's not about the moment that's unfolding in front of you. It is about what is happening inside of you as a reaction to the moment that's unfolding in front of you. I rarely slowed down enough to give you a breath. I'm going to do it. It's unheard of. All right? It's the first time ever. It is not about what is unfolding in front of you. It is about how you are dealing with the reaction of your mind and your emotions due to what's unfolding in front of you. So if you think what's unfolding in front of you is totally unacceptable, it's disgusting, it's so wrong, then it's wrong. If you think what's unfolding in front of you is kind of edgy, then it's fun. It is not about what is happening in front of you. It is about how you deal with the reaction of your mind and your emotions about what's happening. Now, if you go to the extreme, somebody shooting at you or beating you up or something like that, right? We're all going to say we don't like it. So we all agree that it's difficult to deal with your reaction to what's going on in there. I'm telling you, there are beings that have walked this planet, maybe they're not human, I don't know, right? That are able to handle anything that happens in front of them. I use the example of Gandhi. Gandhi, he went through so many things in his life that he was so able to handle things that when he was shot, he was giving a lecture in India, and his small groups in front of him, and somebody pulls out a gun and shoots him. As he fell to the ground, he pranammed in forgiveness to the person who shot him. He looked right at him, and as he fell, he pranammed. Wow, who can do that? That's a very high being. But is it possible? I don't know. Someone I heard laid down on a cross and said, forgive them for they know not what they do. Is it possible that a human being can handle whatever goes on outside, inside of them? Maybe I can't, maybe you can't. But let's just talk about the fact that what it's all about is not what's happening out there. It's about your ability to handle what's happening in here. So we use the example of Christ. Was Christ so high, I mean, Christ as high as they come, was Christ so high that his reaction to anything was totally acceptable? It didn't matter. He could handle everything. Obviously not. I love that it tells a story. In the garden, he prayed to God that he didn't have to go through this. He was psychic. He saw all that terrible stuff that was going to happen. And what did he say? May I pass this cup? He meant, do I have to do this? Do I have to go through this? And what did he say? The moment he said, may I pass this cup, he said, no, I'm sorry. Not my will, but thy will. In other words, it doesn't look interesting. I'm not going to have a very good reaction to it, but I can handle it. So let's start off by understanding what it's all about is your ability to handle your emotional and mental reaction to what's happening in front of you. Now, we are not Christ or Buddha, right? We're just poor little humans that are trying to grow. So what does it mean? It means events that unfold in front of us cause different mental and emotional changes. How come you have different changes than she does to the same event? How come yesterday you had a certain change and today you have a different one? So there, let's stay quiet, let's talk real. It's easy to answer. You don't have to take psychology, you don't have to do anything. It's easy. Psychology says man is the sum of his learned experiences. They are right that your psyche, your mind's reaction, your emotional reactions are learned. They are learned experiences. It is the sum of your learned experiences. That's not who you are. You're the one who notices the reaction. Do you notice your reaction to things? Sometimes you can raise above them, can't you? Sometimes you can decide not to do your reaction. Sometimes your reaction is so strong, it's done before you even wake up. You said something, you did something, you hit somebody, you ran away, something happened, and then you come back. Okay? So you have the ability, the consciousness is able to experience the reaction, but it's not always able to be strong enough not to get pulled into the reaction. How do I say it like that? Okay? So basically, it's true that your psyche, I call your psyche the combination of your mental and emotional reactions, that your psyche is the sum of learned experiences. But you are not. You're the one that is conscious, that's experiencing the reaction you have to things. Now, what does it mean that mental and emotional reactions are the sum of your learned experiences? You really like somebody. You just like somebody. You always like being around them. They're good friends of yours and so on. So every time you see them, your heart opens up. Your mind says, oh, there's Sally. There's George. Yes or no? Happens, right? Then the day before yesterday, however, you're walking down the plaza, and there's Sally. And you go, hey, Sally. And she doesn't even turn around. Just keeps on walking and completely ignores that you called out to her. What's your reaction? Your mind says, well, I thought we were friends. What's going on? What did I say? What did I do? I didn't do anything. What, did somebody say something to her? Right, the whole thing goes on. That was a learned experience. You now had a different experience with Sally, even if you're friends with her for 15 years. You just had one different experience. Now, everything goes away. 2 days pass by. You haven't seen Sally. You're back in the same place. And Sally starts to come around the corner. You tell me that you don't have a different reaction than you would have if that thing didn't happen? Maybe you avoid her. Maybe you walk right up to her and say, why'd you ignore me yesterday? In other words, that was a learned experience, and it changed how your psyche worked, didn't it? It happens all the time to you, every single moment. Every interaction you have causes a reaction, and then how you deal with it or how it deals with you causes another reaction, and next thing you know, you're the sum of your learned experiences. Your sister got the red bike when you were little. You both were twins. You got the blue one. We always resented that. Well, I'm telling you, if you're with your sister when you're 25 years old, and she says, hey, you want to go bike riding? I get the red one. You're the sum of your learned experiences. Let's say your parents got divorced. I have met people that say, I will never get married. I'm never going to get married. I'm never going to have children. Why? Because my parents got divorced, and it hurt me so bad, I will never want to do that to my child, therefore I'm not going to have children. Does psychology teach you that what happened to you when you were young determines how you think today and how you feel and how your reactions are? Okay, they're right. That is the sum of your learned experiences. That's all that's happening when a moment unfolds in front of you. It's not meaningful. It's a moment. There's always a moment. But that reaction inside is very personal to you because it's the sum of your learned experiences. Nobody ever had the same experiences as you, and it just keeps happening. All right, so spirituality is about the ability to handle not the experience, your reaction to the experience. So it's not about, do I do this, do I not do this? Remember? It said it's not about doing and not doing, it's about being. It's not about, do you do this, or what should I do, what shouldn't I do, or anything like that. It's about something unfolds in front of you, a reaction happened inside of you, based upon the sum of your learned experiences. Are you going to go with that? That's that simple. If it says, I don't like that, her reminds me of that girl who dumped me when I was in high school, and they never going to have redheads ever again, or blondes. Blondes may have more fun, but not with me. Don't you dare say people don't think like that, okay? Because it's some stupid experience they had. So the question is not, what do I do outside? The question is, am I going to go with this reaction that takes place in my mind and my heart, which is 100% meaningless? It is meaningless. Your reaction that you brought forward from your years of having experiences has nothing to do with what just unfolded in front of you. That person has red hair or blonde hair or sounds like your mother or has an accent that your uncle had that you don't like. That has nothing to do with you. They have a whole different cause and effect chain than you do, all right? And there is in front of you, and this very personal thing is going to come up, which is your personal reaction to what's unfolding in front of you. Spirituality is about always, under all conditions, letting that go. Oh my God, he didn't say that. Yes, I did. That thing that came up inside of you is meaningless, but it doesn't feel like it, does it? Because it's completely personal. In fact, it's the only thing you have. It's the only reaction you had. What if somebody says to you, you don't understand. I'll never talk to you again. You hurt me so bad. I didn't do anything. Yeah, but your hair's red. You sounded just like my mother. You sounded just like my father. And so you just basically are listening to a part of your being that has nothing to do with anything. You just built this over the course of your experiences. And I told you once before, I know nobody, I never seen anybody can understand when I try to explain this. You've had experiences in your life. How many experiences were going on at the same time that you were having your experience elsewhere? 700 billion zillion quillion. And you had one. Let's go build our life and our self-concept and our hopes and our dreams and our values and our likes and our dislikes based on this one out of 700 billion trillion that I had. But I had another one the next moment. Yeah, you also missed 700 billion trillion that moment too. And that's just on the planet Earth, by the way. Oh no, that's in Florida. Okay? I mean, every moment there's something going on everywhere, isn't there? You missed all of them. And then you take this one stupid experience you had and form all your opinions and values and hopes and dreams and concepts and beliefs. You don't realize you're doing that. But that's the only experience you had. If you read a book and never read another book, everything you know is that book. Now go read 2 books. Now you'll know a little more. But I read 1,000 books. How many are there? But I read 3 books on that subject. How many books are written on that subject? Everywhere is anything. So now we're just talking about in Florida or the planet Earth. That's not where all the experiences are happening. They're happening on the moon. They're happening on Mars. They're happening on every planet. They're happening in every galaxy. You have all those experiences to build your knowledge on? No, you know nothing. Your personal reaction is the most meanest thing in the entire world. I know you don't want to hear that. No one will tell you that. You know that? They tell you you're important. You're important. Your views are important. They are meaningless. They're so meaningless that they're neither right nor wrong. They're irrelevant. Okay, I want you to find out who's going to be the president in the next election. I want you to go on. Send you out, figure it out. You come back. I know, I got it. You do. Yes, I do. I know exactly. I got a 100% correlation coefficient. All right? Perfect correlation. Okay, very good. Let me see your model. I asked Sally. Yes, Sally, what? I asked Sally, who's you going to vote for? There's complete agreement. That's what you did with that moment in front of you. I've seen this. I know what he's like. Do you understand that? But you don't know what anybody else, you don't know anything. You don't know anything. Who's willing to see? Do you understand you don't know anything? Wow. If you understand you don't know anything, I'm really proud of you. Because I try to get this across in my books at different times. And boy, this is so anti-ego that, do you see you don't know anything? What is the importance of your views? Nothing. What's the importance of your opinions? Nothing. Is it true that you had different experiences, you have different views? Even about the things you're most strong about, your political, this, every single thing. If you had different experiences about that subject, you would have different views. All right, just be totally pro or anti this or that, okay? Then fall in love with somebody and not realize that they have different views than you and get really hooked up and in love, right? Your views change. Yeah, I thought it was this way, but not since I met so-and-so. I'm being more open about that. Right? That sounds real spiritual. No, it means you change your views. I don't care how good you make it sound. It is the sum of your learned experiences, and you're not having any number of experiences that mean a single thing. I took very advanced statistics in school. I like that kind of stuff, right, when I was in college. And I heard a term I really like. It's very spiritual. It's called statistically insignificant. That's what's going on inside of you. It is statistically insignificant. If you took all the potential pool of variables, you have 1 out of 700 trillion. So I don't care that you had a lot of experiences. You don't have anything. It's so hard, isn't it? But it's logical, isn't it? Right? You don't know anything. Your views mean nothing. Your opinions mean nothing. Nothing. All right? You grew up in a different country, you have different opinions. You did not decide what you like and what you don't like. You're programmed by the experiences that you had. So you come to the point where you understand. Remember what I started talking about? People want to ask, well, what should I do this? Is it right to do this? Is it spiritual? That nothing is spiritual or not spiritual. Nothing like that is right or wrong. They may be moral or immoral, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the fact that events unfold in front of you. That's reality. I like reality. Reality is a very sacred thing. Somebody wants to ask me, what is reality? Ready? That which already happened. I don't have to get more complicated than that, do I? If it already happened, it's reality. I didn't say it should happen or shouldn't happen. And for God's sake, it happened. All right? Here, I looked at her. She was wearing glasses. But maybe, there's no maybe. Right? I didn't say, when I look at her tomorrow, maybe she'll be wearing glasses. I didn't say that. It's not reality. That's an opinion, a view, a projection, something like that, right? I looked, she's wearing glasses. That's never going to change. Well, she could take them off. That's later. That'll be the reality later. The reality now is that which already happened. And you have never changed that what already happened. No one has ever changed what already happened. So you start looking and saying, okay, that's reality, what already happened. Then I have these opinions about it, these views about it, and these beliefs about it. It's right, it's wrong, she shouldn't wear glasses. Don't you dare bring that into this. She is wearing glasses. How do you know? Christ said, let those who have eyes to see, let them see. Let those who have ears to hear, let them hear. That's how easy this whole thing is. That which is. That's a line in the Gita. Krishna says to Arjuna, that which is. That which is not. What's so complicated about that? Literally, it says that. That's called reality. There is a thing called reality. So somebody once said to me, which reality? Everybody's got their own reality. No. That's not true. Everybody has their own reaction to reality. But if we're all standing there, she's wearing glasses. There's reality out there. But that's not the same reality in here. Once it comes in, I get all upset or I get all excited. That's not reality. That's a reaction to reality. So how do you live a spiritual life? We're talking very deep. But you have to have the foundation to understand. Your psyche is a problem. Your psyche is never right. Never. Your opinions are nothing. Your concepts, your views, your dreams, your hopes, all that stuff are just things that are the sum of your learned experiences. They're going inside your head, nobody else's. And that's why there are wars. That's why nobody gets along. Because everybody's had different experiences. Therefore, everybody develops a different self-concept, a different psyche. So you basically get to the point where your spiritual means, I'm at the point that I understand I don't know anything. I don't know anything. I think I do. I think I do, but I don't. All right? So now a moment has unfolded in front of me. What should I be doing with that? Okay. All of spirituality starts with the following. Accepting the reality that moment unfolded in front of you. No, I didn't like it. I don't care. It's not that I don't care about you. I care about you. But I don't care that you don't like the moment or that you do like the moment. It's completely irrelevant. Spirituality, real spiritual growth starts with, I accept reality. And nothing inside me gets to say, but how do I know what reality is? Open your eyes. It's what is in front of you. That's reality. Be here now. See, be here now is deeper than you think it is. There we are. But you can't be here now. Why? Because you're busy with your reaction to here now. You're busy with whether I like it. You're busy with what I don't like. You're busy with what I'm supposed to do about it. And so you can't be with the moment. You're with your reaction to the moment. So spirituality is about, at least for one moment, stop, look, and listen. That's what I always used to say. Stop, look, and listen. Stop for a moment and accept. Accept doesn't mean you don't do anything about it. Now we're going to get real deep. The fact that I accept it doesn't mean I don't do anything about it, but at least I'm doing something about it instead of doing something about my reaction to it. Anybody see that difference? I have to start by accepting the reality. So the first thing I do is say, that happened. That's the way it is. There it is. It'll never change, ever, for the history of the universe. That moment happened. In Einstein's time-space continuum, everything has a moment in time and space. That's moment, time and space. It'll never happen again the same way. Just passing through. So now it happened. Can I accept the reality that happened without getting all weird about the fact that it happened? Can I start by accepting it happened? But what if I have a reaction inside me? You said that my psyche was a sum of learned experiences. Is it going to react? It is going to react. Now accept that. Whoa, now we're going deeper. So spiritual being starts by accepting this reality and understands that they have a psyche. They have a self-concept. You do, don't you? Okay? You have opinions and views and concepts and things and likes and dislikes and preferences and hopes and dreams. Don't you have those things? All right? Can you stand before the moment that happened in front of you, accept the reality that person said that person did that person didn't say that, didn't, whatever it is. There's the moment, and there's going to, well, maybe I should ask you, is there going to be a reaction inside of you? There's going to be a reaction inside of you. The spirituality say there shouldn't be, you're going to go to hell because you had a reaction. Spirituality doesn't say anything like that. Spirituality does not even judge your reaction. Why? Because how can I judge your reaction? My reaction to some of my learning experiences, your reaction to some of your learning experiences. So first you accept, this is deep, first you accept the reality unfolding in front of you, that it happened. Not that I don't do anything about it, but that it happened. And then you accept there's going to be a reaction inside of you. It's very deep. Don't you dare think, I'm a Buddhist, I don't have reactions. I told you, even Christ had a reaction. May I pass this cup? It's a reaction. Yogananda, fully enlightened being. I love that he said it. He said, God tested me to the last day of my life. In other words, I had reactions. Okay? So you accept the reality that it unfolded in front of me. There it is. Be here now. And then you accept that there's going to be a reaction inside of you. Those are acceptance. That's why I teach acceptance. You understand that? You let go of the part of you that can't accept that it happened. You let go of the part of you that can't accept your reaction that it happened. So you start with accepting what happened. I'm talking business. I'm talking relationship. Everything. Don't think I'm just talking some abstract thing. People want to know what to do with relationships, what to do with business, what to do with politics, etc. You start with the reality of what's unfolding in front of you. And don't say, how do I know? Because you wouldn't be dealing with it if it wasn't unfolding in front of you, all right? It unfolds in front of you, then you have a reaction. That's the big one. Are you able to look at that, at least for a moment, and say, oh, that's my reaction. That's what that is. That's my reaction to what unfolded. It's not what unfolded. It's my reaction to what unfolded. And then remember, that reaction is meaningless. It's completely meaningless. It's what we call personal. It's your personal being. Everyone's got one. Everyone's got one. Everyone's got a nose. Everyone's got ears. Okay, everyone's got a personal reaction, don't they? It is meaningless. It's just the sum of your learned experiences. Like I said, I know it's hard to conceive what I'm talking about, that's meaningless. Because it seems like the most meaningful thing in the whole world, doesn't it? All right? Why? Because if it's comfortable, if a reaction is comfortable, I'm comfortable with it. If a reaction is uncomfortable, I'm uncomfortable with it. And guess what? I like being comfortable. How about you? That's the problem. In other words, that's where it all comes from.
I'm in here experiencing the moment and experiencing my reaction. But I'm not comfortable in here. I've never been comfortable in here. I'm uncomfortable in here. Right? I'm kind of scared and just kind of freaky. And if you say something to me that my reaction is not comfortable, I am not comfortable with that at all. I can't handle it. That's what I like. I can't handle that. You better say you're sorry. You better take that back, because I can't handle that. Therefore, I can't handle you, and go away. We can't handle things in here. Right? Again, it's not that we can't handle the event. We can't handle our reaction to the event. Somebody says, he said that to me, and I can't believe he said that to me. I can't handle it. Well, what if you liked your reaction? What if you liked it? What if you grew up in a household where everybody yelled at each other? And everyone told you, that's how you know you love each other. You argue at the dinner table all the time. A good family interaction. That's the sum of your learned experiences. So now somebody yells and argues at the dinner table, you feel wonderful, right? Then you wouldn't have a problem with it. So you get down to the point where you understand, can I handle, that's the bottom line, spirituality, can I handle the reaction that happened inside of me to the event that unfolded? Because I'm going to tell you, if you can't, you're in trouble. If you can't handle it, I just want to stop give me the time here. What does that mean, I can't handle it? You know what it means? You shouldn't be the person dealing with it, because you can't handle it. I can't handle the sight of blood. Then I don't want you showing up in my car accident, because you can't do any good. You've just said, I am of no use at this thing because I can't handle it. Right? So you start waking up and saying, how do I get around this whole thing of my personal reaction inside? You learn to handle it. That's spirituality. So the first thing is you accept that it happened. You accept that there's a reaction. And then you question, why can't I handle the reaction? It's just a reaction. It's just a reaction. How come my consciousness, my being who's experienced the reaction, why can't it just say, okay, I've been here, done that, I've seen you before. Here you are freaking out again. That's how you should be with your personal self. Hi, how you doing down there? And I can handle the reaction. I can handle, there's bloods. Yeah, I've been here before. Let me put a tourniquet on here. Good, thank you. You handled the situation and you helped the situation, as opposed to, I can't handle this, I'm out of here. And the same thing with relationships, the same thing with everything. You forgot the anniversary. I can't believe you forgot the anniversary. I'm never going to talk to you again. Give me a break. There was this thing called an anniversary. It caused a reaction inside of you because somebody didn't react to it properly the way you wanted them to, and now you ruined your relationship. No, they ruined the relationship by not remembering the anniversary. No, you ruined the relationship by not being able to handle your reaction to the fact that they didn't remember the anniversary. So you want to ruin your relationship? Just be like that. Just not be able to handle the reality that unfolds in front of you. But I never thought you would do that. Well, of course not, because you think very different from me. Your thoughts are the sum of your learned experiences. My thoughts are the sum of my learned experiences. The fact that you never thought that I would do something, that's ridiculous. It's more important to sit there and say, oh, you did something. There it is. You said it. You didn't do it. Whatever. There it is. And look at my reaction. Oh, boy, I ain't going with that. I can handle my reaction, and that is not what is going to determine your life or my life. Isn't that more rational? Can I handle the reaction? If I can handle the reaction, I can stand there, it comes in, it goes through, but I'm still here. What does it mean to handle it? I'm still here. I'm still aware. Okay, let's get that. I never go this deep. You ready? I'm sitting in a seat of consciousness, dealing with my thoughts, dealing with my emotions, dealing with the world. All of a sudden something happened outside, and my thoughts and emotions, woo, they changed completely, okay? I'm still here. I'm still in the same seat of objective observation, witness consciousness, centeredness. I'm still here. I was here before it happened. I'm here while it happened, and I'm here after it happened. I'm me. I'm the center of consciousness that is experiencing these different reactions that are going on inside. I told you, Ramakrishna is a great enlightened master, highest as they come. Somebody once asked him, does an enlightened being ever feel anger? He said, yes, but it's like riding on water. In other words, It doesn't matter that the event happened and this feeling of jealousy or anger or fear or need or desire or lust or greed, whatever it is, came up. A human emotion came up. If it writes on water, it makes no difference, does it? It makes no lasting impression. It just comes up and goes right through, just like everything else. What if anger coming up inside of you was the same as seeing the white lines on the road? Did you see them? Yeah. Were you aware of them? Yeah. Did they get stuck in there? Did you have to do anything about them? No, they just came in and went through. What if anger did that? What if jealousy did that? What if insecurity did that? What if fear did that? What if it just came in and went right through? So you're still there. That's called being there. It's very Zen. That's what it means. Neither doing nor not doing. Being. Your being is still there. You're centered. You're clear. Now, I said to you, it doesn't mean you don't do anything about it. But you do something about it from a seat of centered consciousness. From a seat that says, okay, that didn't feel so good, riding on water, but I can handle it. Now what? So that what I'm about, if I act or don't act, what I'm about to do is not a reaction to my reaction. It's not just some immediate hitting somebody or yelling at somebody or defending myself or doing whatever it is that we all do all the time. I managed to stay centered. That is the starting point of a decent life. Otherwise, I don't want to see what happens because it's a mess. And you know it is. It's a mess. I don't care if it's about relationship. I don't care if it's about business. I don't care what it is. Oh my God, my competitor seems to come up with the same product that I had and so on. What am I going to do? Right? No. Accept the fact that they put out a product that seems similar to yours and is going to be competitive. Accept the fact that fear and anxiety and disappointment came up inside of you and you're still there. Then I want you sitting at the board table. You're the one I want making a decision of what to do next. Because it's not a reaction. Sue him. He probably stole our stuff, right? And then go do that and find out they didn't steal anything and you wasted all your money suing him. That's what it means to react and go with your reaction. You've reacted to the fact that you couldn't handle a situation. I don't want you at the table. You don't belong at the table. Same thing with a marriage. Same thing with relationships. Same thing with everything. Who's the being that experiences the reaction and is capable of accepting that's my reaction? Doesn't mean anything. It's just the reaction. Now I'm clear. Now we're here. I want to be surrounded, as I want at the board table. I want to be surrounded by those people. Because once I'm clear, I want other people that are clear. So let's get different opinions. But I don't want different reactions. Give me people, at least one person, but people who can handle their reaction and let it go. Let it be like riding on water. Notice I didn't say you don't have a reaction. I'm being very nice to you tonight. Don't sit there and define spirituality as not having a personal reaction. You do have a personal reaction. There is a psyche in there, isn't there? There is a lower self. Call it whatever you want. It's going to react, right? The question is you in there, we call the higher self, the self, the Atman, call it whatever you want. You in there, the consciousness, are capable of handling that reaction. How? I teach you, relax and release, relax and release. Don't relax and release the event. You can't. It already happened. Don't even bother. Don't relax and release your reaction. It already happened. Don't make it not happen. Don't suppress it. Deny it. You in there who's experiencing your reaction, can you relax and release? If you don't relax and release, it's not like riding on water. It's like carving with a chisel into marble. Why? You put resistance there. So now this event can't go through because you said, no, not on my watch. You're not saying that in front of me. That ain't happening. Excuse me, sir, it did happen. No, it's not happening. So that what you're doing is not being able to handle the reaction inside. You're putting resistance, will, that's the opposite of acceptance, resistance. You resist it, then you put something solid in there. It can't make it through there. You dammed it up. It will be there years later. Versus if you can handle it, it passes through. And now you're clear and clean. So what do? Now look at it. Just one person, clear and clean, that they're not going with their personal reaction. They've transcended that. They're centered. They're clear. Now you look at it and say, first, I accept the event. I accept my reaction to the event. All right, now what? And the first question that a clear person asks is, Is there something I'm supposed to be doing about this? Not I can't handle it is something I'm supposed to do, because if you can't handle it, I know what you're going to do. You're going to fight it. Don't you dare go out with him. How could you talk to somebody that long? I thought you loved me. I can't handle that. You danced. I can't believe you danced twice. Okay, you got a jealous reaction. Fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's reality. It's your reaction. Are you going to define your relationship based on that? Are you going to ruin your relationship because you couldn't handle the reaction? What if you find out that he was walking with his sister and that's why they're holding hands? Let me ask you, has your reaction ever been wrong? Has your mind ever been wrong when it told you why something happened or what you should do about it? You should keep score. It'll freak you out. But so basically, your reaction, you have to let go of your reaction, not suppress it, not deny it. I'm talking to real honest and mature, like mature people. Suppression doesn't work. You can't say, no, I'm not jealous. What you should say is, yes, I see jealousy. I can handle this. All right, now what? Now what? Stay clear first. The event took place. The reaction took place. I'm still here. I was here before it happened. I am here while it's happening. And I'm here after it's happening. The same, it's called the continuity of consciousness. It's called becoming established in the seat of self. We're talking about deep spirituality here. That's what spirit is, pure consciousness. Now you have reached that state. Now what? That's what I want to talk about, because people ask me, what should I do? Now from there, I will talk to you about what to do. Otherwise, you're just reacting, and that's never what to do. Never. Reaction is never the best action. Clarity, then look at the situation, and the first thing you ask is there something I'm supposed to be doing about this situation? Not is something I want to do, not is something I don't want to do, not how do I protect myself, not how do I get rid of this terrible feeling that I feel, or how do I get a hold of what I want. No. It's I'm clear. There's all kinds of things going on in the universe. Is there something I'm supposed to be doing about this one? At that point, it's amazingly spiritual, because you realize, wait a minute, I'm the only person that saw this thing. Nobody saw it the same as you. They looked from a different angle. They didn't see it at all. 8.5 billion people on the planet Earth. How many saw what you just saw? You. You were just called upon to deal with this moment. That's how I look at it. The whole universe got created, and this moment unfolded in front of you and nobody else. Is there something you're supposed to be doing about it, as opposed to reacting? And wait till you see what that clarity does. The majority of time you're going to find out it's just something that unfolded. There's nothing, it wasn't personal. There's nothing I'm supposed to do about it. It's what took place. There it is. The driver in front of me keeps stepping on their brakes, or doesn't use their blinker, or is driving 10 miles over the speed limit. Okay, can I handle that? Okay, great. At first I can't handle it. I'm beeping at him, trying to pass him, freaking out. In other words, just reacting to your reaction. What if I'm clear? Okay, I see he doesn't like that. He doesn't like that they're doing that. He's not comfortable. I can handle that. Now that I can handle my own reaction, is there something I'm supposed to be doing about it? No, they'll turn in 3 blocks. No, there's nothing to do about it. Okay? I'm driving down the street. I'm in a rush. I've just caught every single light between here and Gainesville. The darn things just keep turning red in front of me. Do I like that? No. No. You can feel it. It doesn't feel good. Can I handle that? Can I handle the fact that the lights did indeed turn red, every one of them? And can I handle my reaction to that, which is, this is not comfortable? Can I just sit there and be okay with that? Now the question is, okay, now that I'm okay with it, what am I supposed to do about it? Nothing. There's nothing to do about it. All right? I told you, the car in front of you is not bothering you. You're bothering yourself about the car in front of you. The lights are not bothering you. You're bothering yourself about the lights. Under those circumstances, there's nothing to do about it, except the fact that it bothered you, except the fact that something happened inside. It was like Ramakrishna riding on water. It just came in and went through, and I'm driving my car. So you just get to this point where you realize the majority of the time, once you get clear, there's nothing to do. You're liberated. You're free. That's what it means to be free. It doesn't mean you leave the world. No, you're in the world. Why not? What's the difference? Leaving, in, same. It's all the same. Well, it doesn't matter. Business, not business. Married, not married. Children, not children. It doesn't matter. What matters is, can you handle it? Can you handle what's going on? And the moment you get to the point that you work with yourself so you can handle it, you're going to find out you are making yourself a mess. You are making life a mess. You're making everybody in your life a mess. And if you work with yourself, we talk about that. I only need a minute to tell you how to do this. The question is, are you ready to wake up and realize you're screwing your own self up by not being able to handle yourself, not being able to handle your reaction to things? So spirituality is learning to be able to handle reality, learning to be able to handle your reaction to reality. And so if you're centered, you're going to find out that the vast majority of the time, there's nothing to do. You're liberated. So you got red lights. Just stop listening to music, do a mantra. I don't care. Okay? You get stopped by a train. Count the cars. Have some fun. You don't have to make yourself a mess just because your reaction was that. Now, sometimes you're going to be there and you're going to be clear and you're going to see this event happen. You're the clear person in the room. Is there something I'm supposed to do about this? And the answer is yes. How do I know? Because you're the only one there. You're at the car accident and people are bleeding. If you're in that situation, you're clear. Yes, there's something I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to help. Pretty clear, isn't it? I'm supposed to help. Well, I don't know how to. You're not supposed to know how to. You're supposed to walk up to the situation and see what you can do. It's a step-by-step situation. Everything is. You don't know what it's going to be like when you get there. Don't think about it ahead of time. Is there something I'm supposed to be doing about this? Yes, stop. Don't just go drive past. You might be able to help somebody. And that's the key word. You'll find out the more you can stay centered that when you say yes, there's something to do about it, you're supposed to help. It happened in front of you. This person's having a problem. This person said this. What if somebody comes over and says, I hate your guts. I can't hear what you said. I hate you to pieces. Right? Well, can you handle that? Okay, now, what do? Is there something I'm supposed to do about it? What's wrong? Who died? Can we talk about this? Is there something I can do to help, not myself? When you're dealing with your reaction, it's only for you. That's how ego runs. It's like, what can I do to make myself feel better? What can I do to get what I want? What can I do to avoid what I don't want? I. When you're centered and you can handle your own reaction, then it's not about you. And it gets to be about everybody else. Like if you can't handle the environment because you can't handle it, people cut down trees and I hate them. Oh my God, I can't even think about the fact that they kill animals and they kill trees and they take the things down. Right? Then you're going to act based on the fact that you can't handle it. And it's going to be anger and it's going to be this and it's going to be that. You understand that? There are people that do all kinds of weird things because they can't handle things. What if you can handle it? Okay, I can handle it and I'm seeing different things happening. Is there something I can do? You may be doing the same thing that the other people are doing, except you're doing it for the right reason. You're not doing it because I can't handle it. You're doing it, I can handle it, I'm trying to help. And you'll end up being a leader. Those people end up leaders, all right? Because they're doing right action. That's what right action means, the Buddhist talks about. And so you get to the point, it's all about staying centered. Then you will always know what to do. And I don't know how to explain that to you. You'll always know what to do because you're not doing, you're being part of the situation. And it will call upon you. Its energy and your clear energy. You do the best that you can. It's not right or wrong. You're not acting based on your own reaction, which is always not the highest thing that can be. You're accepting the event, you're accepting your reaction, and now you're clear. What's the best that you can do to help the situation? And the best that you can do is always enough. It's not about being the perfect person or anything like that. No, it's not. It's I'm clear enough to be bringing the best that I have to this situation. And if everyone was like that, I told you, be the way that if everybody was your way, everything would be beautiful. Not because they got their way, but because you transcended the personal. And so you get to that point. Right, now the question is, how do you do that? I have a minute left. 2 minutes. There's nothing to it. If you want to do it, you win. What do you mean? You're going to have trouble with an event. Because, that's the biggest thing I've taught you. It's not the event, it's your reaction to the event you have trouble with. You can't have trouble with an event. It's an event, okay? It already happened. But you have trouble with your reaction, don't you? You have trouble with your mind and your emotions, right? You have to work with yourself. How? Practice makes perfect. Practice the piano, you'll be better. Practice tennis, you'll be better. Practice the instrument, you'll be better. Practice works, doesn't it? We all know practice. Practice being okay. That's how you do it. Not, you should have been okay with this. No, I wasn't. Okay? But you practice being okay. Practice being okay that it's raining. Why? because you need to learn how to be okay with things. You need to learn how to be okay. Things will happen. They're little. Look at them. Say, I can handle this. That's your mantra. I can handle this. I can handle this. But part of me can't, I know, but I can handle the part of me that can't. That's the deepest thing I can teach you. See the difference? I can handle the part of me that doesn't want to or can't handle this. And then you just practice. And if you practice with the little things, eventually you'll find out that you learned how to deal with things. You learned how to handle things. Now something bigger will happen. And then something, if you do it enough, for years, every day, every moment, eventually something very big will happen. Somebody will die, you'll get fired, somebody will steal your business, something's going to happen. And it's big. And you look at it and it's beautiful. I want to meet you when you're there. Your first reaction is to stay centered. Okay, did it take place? Yes. Do I like it? No. There's not a single thing inside of me that likes this. It's the worst thing I ever thought could ever happen. Am I still here? Yes. Can I handle it? Yes. Well, what if something terrible happens? I can handle that too. I will be able to handle anything that happens. And if you can handle anything that happens, you can handle what's event. And then you're there. And you're going to find out you will know what to do. That's all I can tell you. You'll know what to do because you're clear. And that is your spiritual growth. And that's how you do business. That's how you do. So I say I don't do one-on-one with people. Because look how long it took to even talk about how to deal with it properly. Look how much you have to grow to get beyond, oh, I need this, I need that, I want it to be this. You're trying to manipulate everything to be the way you want. You have to let go of yourself. And when you let go of yourself, you will be a great contributor to the universe. I hope you can hear this. And if you practice, you'll actually get there. And you will reach a point in your life, in this lifetime, if you practice all the time. Practice by renouncing? No, there's no renunciation. You practice by dealing with things. Hear me? It's the opposite of going to a cave or doing something. You're in the world, but not of it. That's what that meant by that. So you're in here, you're dealing with it, it's dealing with you, and you're practicing. And eventually you'll get to a point where you will never, ever, for a billionth of a second, lose your center of consciousness. I'm so strong? No, it doesn't take strength. How hard is it for you to see what's in front of you right now? Answer me. How hard was it? That's how hard it is to see what's going on inside of you. You're there and it's going on. You don't get pulled into it. But you have to practice. Otherwise it pulls you in. And once you're there and become established in that seat, you think that's a high state. That's not a high state. Now you've just brought the rocket ship to the launching pad. There's something way beyond that. Once you're able to not get pulled down into your personal self, you're going to find out there's real beauty in there. Where? In that seat of consciousness. There's ecstasy, there's joy. In fact, it is the source of love. It's the source of beauty. It's the source of everything. When you were open and weren't getting pulled into your stuff, you felt love, you felt openness. Now you're there where it came from. And even that's not a high state. I feel ecstasy all the time. I feel joy all the time. I see nothing but beauty everywhere. It's good, very good. There's higher than that. What do you mean? All of a sudden, that beautiful energy that's flowing inside of you, where does this come from? It has a source. Everything has a source. My awareness of being, what's its source? So now it's down to just two things in the universe. This flow of Shakti pouring inside of you and the awareness of that flow. And eventually, I want to know where it came from. Then you let go. You let go. And they merge. Your consciousness and the flow of ecstasy merge, and it pulls you all the way back to the true seat of consciousness, the seat of self, which is God. Is the universal consciousness. Is oneness with the whole universe. And that's what's looking down. Now that's a high state. That's what enlightened means. Just understand people use that word. That's what enlightened means. Full self-realization. You realize where consciousness comes from. Okay. That's all I got to say. Jagrata.